Hello friends, I'm meteorologist Zach Shields. A winter storm is taking aim on Texas. The cold air moved in yesterday. The clouds are moving on in today. The snow and sleet will move in tonight. Yeah, the best coverage of wintry precipitation will hold off until midnight and beyond. Primarily from I-35 eastward. We're not going to see a whole lot out across the hill country. We had clear skies overnight. That's why it got really cold. Now the clouds are filling in. That coastal low is forming in between Corpus Christi and Brownsville. That is going to be our moisture pump. Right now, it's just way too dry to see any precipitation. As we go into the overnight hours, that will change. We'll get above freezing this afternoon, and then we're freezing from midnight all the way through tomorrow morning with lows in the 20s. Here's a look at the bigger picture. We have the polar vortex sending in that Arctic chill and the freezing weather that's setting up across the deep south. The moisture at the same time is building on in advance of this mini low that will glide over that Arctic chill. You can see that low spinning around the four corners. That will pivot toward Texas first, and that will bring in the final piece to that snow puzzle. The lift in the atmosphere as that coastal low at the same time funnels in that moisture up and over that wedge of freezing air near the ground. Clouding up today, and then some wintry precipitation from Austin southward late tonight and early tomorrow morning. So we're pretty confident that this is going to be a snow or sleet event because of the temperature profile, and especially with the precipitation coming in the middle of the night, the coldest part of the night. From the cloud to the ground, it's going to be freezing. So it's going to be mainly snow. If it starts up a little sooner during the evening hours, we'll have that thin layer of warmer air aloft, and that could promote some tiny sleet pellets. And we have winter weather alerts posted from Texas all the way across the Gulf Coast. That is a strange looking map. That doesn't happen very often. Here locally, out in the hill country, you're under a winter weather advisory. All these alerts will start up at 6 o'clock Monday evening and last until 6 o'clock Tuesday evening. When you're under a winter weather advisory, that basically means look out for some frozen precipitation. It's not going to add up to a whole lot, and we're not looking at any significant problems on the roadways. Now, when you're upgraded to a winter storm warning, that's more severe. And the National Weather Service has placed areas along I-35, the Austin Metro, under that winter storm warning. This is where we could have 1 to 2 inch snow accumulations that could lead to some moderate impacts to the road conditions late tonight, early tomorrow morning. So here's what we know. Yes, we're going to have freezing temperatures. Yes, we're going to have snow in the area, some slippery roads, but we're not expecting an ice storm or any power outages. So it could start off as some very light rain early evening, but I think it's still going to be too dry. Some of those raindrops, even though the radar is going to show it, will evaporate before reaching the ground. As we near midnight, we'll start off with some light sleet pellets between 10 and midnight. Then after that, between midnight and 5 a.m., it's going to be mainly light to moderate snow. You can see that developing on our high-res futurecast. Early in the evening, the wintry precipitation gets its start from I-10 southward. And then watch how the snow fills in. That's the dark blue. Pink is freezing rain, sleet, and then green, of course, is rain. Watch this snow band fill in from Austin back toward the Houston area between midnight and 5 a.m. It's just going to clip us, but they could have several hours of heavier snow around the Houston area all the way through the first half of the day tomorrow. Travel not advised that way starting tonight and continuing tomorrow. Just like that, by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, the snow shuts down, could have some snow on the ground, but then the sun is out full force tomorrow afternoon. So I'm thinking if we don't get a ton of snow tonight, temperatures will get above freezing. We'll have a dry northerly wind. The sun will be out. That'll melt most of the snow away. So we shouldn't have any travel issues Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning. So here's a breakdown of the snow chances of at least getting an inch of that. 20 to 40% in the hill country, 40 to 60% up and down I-35, and then 60 to 80% over eastern counties where you have more moisture available. And I've noticed the latest mall runs are drying things out. And that means the future snow totals are trending downward, still showing some measurable snow, but the highest totals south and east of Austin, where you still could pick up 1 to 2 inches. Here in Austin, we'll be lucky to get an inch, even less than that out across the hill country like in Marble Falls, just a light dusting, just under an inch in Round Rock, almost 2 inches in Bastrop. And LaGrange, I think that's where we're going to get the bulk of it, 2 to 3 inches possible, just shy of 2 inches in San Marcos, barely anything in Llano. And then they're bracing for 4, 5, 6 inches of snow where there's a lot more moisture available in southeast Texas, maybe a half a foot of snow across some sections of southern Louisiana. That just doesn't happen very often. How about the icing threat? We see the dark blues and reds. That's where we're going to have some dangerous conditions in between San Antonio and Corpus Christi. So here's what you can expect. Freezing temperatures likely tonight, along with some sleet and snow, leading to some accumulation between 11 this evening to 6 a.m. Tomorrow. Some slippery roads can't be ruled out, especially east of I-35 on the elevated surfaces. Limited power outages. This is not going to be a crippling ice storm, and make sure you stay connected anytime and get the latest weather information. Even if the power goes out, you have that smartphone to look at. Download our free Fox 7 weather app to get the latest weather alerts and the latest weather information. And if you have any more weather questions, stay connected also on social media. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Stay warm and enjoy the snow tonight. I'm meteorologist Zach Shields.